Here it is, end of March, fam. Going into April, any day now. And I have a story I'd like to share with you guys. Something that happened to me recently. As a matter of fact, the end of last week, I have a new private student that I've been teaching for about 6 weeks now. She came to my class last week. And with every class that I teach, I always start off the same way. You know, I ask my students if there's anything interesting that they would like to share before I begin my lesson. And in doing so, I allow them to talk about whatever they want to talk about. And then, you know, I'll go into my lesson. But if they want to use the whole hour talking about whatever they want to talk about, that's fine, you know. Yeah, I asked her the question. She says, yeah, as a matter of fact, there is something interesting I'd like to share. But before I do, Tino, can I ask you a personal question? I said, sure, of course you can. And she says, are you a Christian? And I was like, yes, I am. Yes, I am a Christian. Why do you ask? And she says, I knew it. I knew you were a Christian. Deja vu, family. But anyway, my student, she told me that she went to a revival in Fukuoka on the 15th, 16th, and no, I'm sorry, the 14th, 15th, and 16th in Fukuoka. There was a revival, Celebration of Hope in Fukuoka. They had a 3-day revival thing out there, and she attended the 3-day get together. And just looking at the brochures here, it was massive. They had Billy Graham's son come in and give a sermon, which was pretty darn nice. You know, I don't know, but there were a lot of shows and a lot of good music. She was saying, you know, there was even a play. I was looking at the churches all over Kyushu that sponsored this particular event, and I found my church here, you know, which was pretty cool. But yeah, she went to this event on the 15th, 14th, 15th, and 16th of March, and she accepted Jesus Christ as her Savior. Check that out. She is a born-again Christian. And I was happy for her. And she was happy for herself. We talked about Jesus the whole hour. And she was just so thrilled that she could talk about her experience, because she can't talk with it with her own family members, right? So she really felt good about the simple fact that she found Jesus. And I was just extremely happy for her, because I know how she feels. I know how she feels, because she loves Jesus just as much as I do, you know, and it's just going to get better for her. You know, the first time I came to Japan, I came out to visit, right? I was here as a tourist. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. Tokyo, not so much. Kyushu, now that was the Japan that I wanted to see. The rice fields, the people living in the traditional Japanese-style houses, and the landscape, and just the clean air, the food. I mean, and I heard that you could assist in a language exchange program that they had here for foreigners who were looking to work and study at the same time here in Japan. So, you know, I looked into it. I went to the city office and basically found a job as a tourist. You know, I came out here as a tourist and found a job teaching English. They told me to, go back to America, settle my affairs, and just come back after the summer break was over. And that's what I did. You know, I came back and I started. I wasn't really teaching English. I was assisting at junior high and high schools. All I had to do was just read from a textbook, provide pronunciation for words and expressions. That was about it. But I came out here with the intent to learn my mother's native tongue, learn how to speak Japanese, and make some money, for a year. Sounds pretty sweet, yeah? Absolutely. But it was the first time ever being away from family for a long period of time. I didn't like it at all. At that particular time, there was no Instagram, there was no social networking, no Twitter, no Facebook, no YouTube. As a matter of fact, there was no internet available. So, I basically came out here naked. I had my Bible, my trusty Bible, okay? And I also had CDs of the Bible, which helped me a lot, when I first came out of here, Didn't have the daily devotion app on my iPhone that I have now today, Wake up in the morning and scripture I can read for the day before I start my day, give me that boost of energy that I need. I didn't have anything like that back in 91. It was pretty hard, I planned on staying here for a year, but when that year was up, I'm sorry, I couldn't get this language. I spoke a little bit. I could order food. I could have like a daily conversation with coworkers or what have you. But there was a lot that I couldn't understand. There was a lot that I couldn't say. So I didn't feel that I had enough command of the Japanese language in order for me to go back and say that I spent a whole year here with having something to show for it, right? So I just wasn't satisfied. So I told the family that I was going to move to another part of Kyushu and extend my stay for another year, and everybody just went ballistic. Everybody just they were mad at me that I stayed a whole year. My mother thought I was be back in 6 months, but I had to basically cut off a lot of communication with certain members of my family. And when I did contact home, I had to walk all the way down to the NTT building, which was a nice 30-minute walk, and make an international call from the international pay booth that they had there. And I have to tell you, family, I really felt alone, I attended a really nice church in Kagoshima when I was there. It was a small congregation. I think I could count the members on one hand. We sat around a stool. On top of the stool there was a tape recorder that delivered the weekly sermon. And the tape recorder was sent from a pastor up in Tokyo. And we'd all listen to the tape. I couldn't understand a lot of what was going on, but there was a lady there who would translate for me. And it was a really nice group. I couldn't understand a lot, but I was able to have really nice fellowship with fellow Christians at that particular time. So it was really nice. It was comfy, it was cozy for me, and I was comfortable there. Coming to Kumamoto was a different story. They have more churches, but it was I couldn't find a church that was which was more my pace. I really didn't click with the churches that I did find when I first came out here. Up until that particular point, I could feel Jesus with me. I could hear him. But I started to punish myself at that particular time because I felt bad about not going home when I said I was supposed to go home. And everyone was angry with me. And I basically felt that I was walking in my own desert. I felt like I was out here all alone. I could no longer hear Jesus's voice, and that was very, very scary for me. You know, I felt abandoned. I felt like he left me all by myself out here. And I was working for the Y at that particular time, and it was summer, well, the end of summer, and I was going on my lunch break, and I would frequently go to this underground shopping structure that they had there. It was really cool down there. They had a water fountain and everything. It was really, really nice. It was during the week, and I was sitting there eating my lunch. I was reading my book. There was this young couple. They had a baby. You could tell that the baby was still young. I'm talking maybe 3-4 months old. Was crying. They just couldn't get the baby to stop crying. And I'm sitting there and I'm kind of, you know, watching what they're doing. They're checking the diaper. Mom's getting ready to feed the baby, but it seems like the baby has a cold, right? So mom, she begins to feed the baby, but the baby is just congested. Okay, she can't drink properly because her nasal passages are just stopped up, you know, and she's getting frustrated and she's just crying even more. So the mother, out of her diaper bag, she takes out this pump. I'm pretty sure you've seen the pumps, right? The nasal pumps that they have. She takes one of those out, and you know, I use those with my kids. So I was like, yeah, I was familiar with the pump. So she takes the pump out and she begins to extract the mucus that is built up there from the baby nasal passage, and it's not working. It's not working, and she's not doing it right. That's why, you know, I was getting frustrated just looking at it. So in my best Japanese, I asked her, could I assist her? And she says, no, it's okay, we got it. And I was like, okay. She's doing it, and you know, she's still not successful with the pump that she has there. So and then next time I offer my help assistance again, and this time I basically just take the pump from her, and she allows me to come in and you know, help her out. What I do is I take the part that is supposed to insert into the nose. I take that apart from the bulb, and I show her how to do it. So I take this part, this nose part, right? I'm holding the baby's on the head, and I then proceed to suck out the mucus that is, you know, backed up there, and I spit it into my bag that I have my trash for my sandwich in, right? So I take it to the other side and I spit the mucus back into the bag, and I could feel the father just staring at me, and he's looking at me. I look up at him, and he's like, "Who is this guy?" Right? Mom is like, "I can't believe that you're sucking, you know, the mucus out of my kid's nose, just sucking all that snot into your mouth." It's a baby, you know, it's a baby. I really didn't think twice about it. But after I finished, I take my hanky and I wipe my mouth off and, you know, drink me a little swig of tea that I had there. And the mother, she's just so grateful. She's, thank you. She's telling me thank you. She's telling me thank you in Japanese and in English. And then I say to her, this was one of my favorite expressions because I used it a lot. Whenever I would see somebody who had a flat tire, I'd stop and help them. Someone who was in need of assistance, I would stop and I would help them. And every time they would say thank you to me, I'd always say this: 当たり前のことしかしてない。当たり前のことしかしてない. Which means I'm only doing what I'm supposed to do. Okay. I didn't do anything special. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So, and that's what I said to this lady. And she looks at me and she says, can I ask you a question? I said, yeah, of course, sure. Are you Christian? And I say, yes, I am. And she says, I knew it. I knew you were Christian. And right then and there, fam, I just started to cry. I just started to cry, just profusely. I just couldn't stop crying. And I had to apologize to them because they probably thought that they did something wrong or they said something wrong. But I told them, thank you. Thank you very much. Because the words that she spoke to me that day just helped me. It just allowed me to understand that all this loneliness that I was feeling at that particular time, it was all brought on by me. See, Jesus was always there with me, you see. But I had created this force field around me that did not allow him to come in and touch me, you see, because I didn't feel worthy. You see, everybody back home is mad with me. They're angry with me. So I'm beating myself up because I'm here against everyone's will for another year. I'm feeling selfish at this particular time in my life, and I'm beating myself up about it, And it's not that Jesus was not there with me. He was always there, and he let me know that way, that day through this woman. He always let me know, but I'd never seen it before, not like this. I'd never seen it like this before. So for her to ask me if I was a Christian, that was Jesus's way of telling me or asking me the same thing. Are you a Christian? Do you belong to me? Then stop beating yourself up about it. Stop thinking that I'm not here, because I am. And that's what he was telling me through this woman, you see. So I was just so happy that I just started to cry and just cry and just cry. And I was kind of reluctant to start up again with another video because I was looking at the video that I put up and reading the comment sections. Oh, I'm an atheist, I'm this and that, or Christians are blah, blah, blah. And really, you think this and that, blah, blah, blah. And if you look at the dislikes that I got on that particular video, I've gotten the most dislikes on a video on this particular video. I've gotten, I think 5 at the most. And that was the one that I put up dedicated to my wife, Minako. I have a wonderful wife. I put up a video and I got like 5 people who said that they didn't like it. I was like, what's up with that? How could you not like that? How could you not like a video about me expressing love for my wife? Okay, but anyway. And I had that deja vu flashback that I needed to do this series that I'm doing right now. So I'm not backing down, you guys give me what you got, but all I can do is share my testimony with you. Whether you believe me or not, really doesn't matter, but I'm looking forward to the challenge or the opportunity to change your mind, not only about me, but about Jesus Christ in your life. Because a lot of you out right now, you need to hear what I'm talking about right now. There are a lot of you out there right now who doubt, that Jesus is there for you. You feel as if that you are unworthy, or you've never heard him. How can he be here? How could he love somebody like me? But he does, and I'm here to tell you that he does. So, like I said, I'm not going to get up on my soapbox and preach to you guys. I'm not going to do it that way. I just want to live the life that he has chosen for me to live, represent him as best I can, and at the same time, hopefully, reawaken the faith or the lack thereof in your heart. look at me, look at me. I'm what you call a good sinner. I was good at sinning back in the day, but it's not like that anymore. I can't be like that anymore. But I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the story. And please look for me to come back and to continue this series, because I have so much more to share with you. I really, really do. Being a Christian in Japan. Okay, and always remember that I love you. And God bless. And I'll see you soon, okay? Okay, bye.